Okay, so Ellis wanted to hear stories about...
So Ellis wanted to know why I was arrested twice when I was younger. And so the first one was when, I don't remember how I told her. I just said I was arrested for stealing candy from a baseball park. And she said, "You stole candy?" And I said, "Not directly." And she was confused.
So was
I said,
I.
"Well, my friends stole it and then asked me to hold on to it for them." And I did, and my dad found me with it and had me arrested. And she said, "Poppy had you arrested. Why? He shouldn't have done that." And I said, "Well, he thought it was the best decision at the time." And she said, and I said, we all make decisions in life, and sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. I'm like, was I stealing? Sort of, in a way. And I didn't tell her that previously my dad had told me that snitches were some of the worst people out there.
Right.
And never be a snitch.
Right.
So I wasn't snitching on my friends, and that's pretty much why I got arrested.
That was your oath, yeah.
But, again, it just sort of, it's weird. It reinforced his advice, and it sort of taught me a lesson.
Which ended up making you do the wrong thing.
Well, it taught me, sure. It also taught me an interesting lesson, a double lesson, whereas, one, loyalty is very important, and also don't always trust everyone, or at least take the time to investigate.
Don't just trust what you're told.
The advice
Think
that
about
you're
it
told
yourself.
just because it's from an authority figure, because
Right.
it's not necessarily the best advice.
Right.
Always.
Also take advice with a grain of salt.
But again, I didn't snitch, and I took the hit, and I think it made me a better person because I am super loyal.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one of my things, is loyalty. And then, the other part was, we were talking about when I was arrested because I got a minor in possession.
So did I.
Yeah, beer in my car. She's like, "You had beer?" And then she asked me, "Well, how old you had to be to drink beer?" And I told her it was 21. And I said, "Oh, I'm 21. I just thought," and I said out loud, "I'm 21 twice over, because I'm 42.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Holy shit."
We old.
42. I'm not necessarily old, but
no, I'm just kidding.
wow, I
That's
remember getting to 21 when I was a kid seemed like forever, and then doing it again seemed like nothing. And then I thought, all right, and the way my brain works is I break things down into sections of time, and that's how I stay on time. And it works really well for me. I'm just like, all right, I have this much time to do A, B, C, and D. And so I thought, all right, so I have another 21 years. I will be 63. And then another 21 after that, I'll be 84. And I was like, yeah. So I got about 2 more sections.
Yeah.
I'm like, I better make the most of those sections. Right?
Yeah. So you are exactly at midlife.
So I'm at midlife.
Yeah.
And again, exactly.
Make the 3 quarters lovely.
Right,
And the
I'm
4th
halfway.
quarter the best.
Right. So, a lot of good stuff usually happens, even if you're on the losing side in the game. At halftime, you go get the pep talk, and I've given myself the pep talk, and I'm running back out there a little beat up, but ready to make the best of the time I have left.
How did she make that?
She liked it. She just kind of snuggled in and went to sleep.
Mm.
Or no, that was before you came in. So
Yeah, she pretty much went to sleep after that.
yeah, you weren't there when we were talking.
She got tickled.
Yep, and then the leg tickles. She's such a good kid.
Isn't she?
And she's, she's different. She marches to the tune of her own fucking drum.
Yeah, she
That is
does.
for sure. She's not a sheep. She could be. I mean, if she was beaten down enough, because I know. So I don't
She would be a good little soldier.
She would. She's a loyal kid, and I
Yeah.
think she has a really good understanding of what's right and wrong. She's learning, definitely, and she's
also
mistakes.
encouraged to stand up for what's right and wrong, no matter what.
She's she's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like she's Batman. She's got a little bit of a dark side, which we all do, which she's not totally scared of.
Which makes her light so much brighter.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to watch her grow up.
Won't it though?
I know, to support her instead of like behind the scenes tear her down.
Controlling her.
Yeah. That's what it was about for me. It was my folks trying to control me. But for what reason? I don't really
Your mom,
know.
it was there. I think it was fear.
I think my mom's was fear. She
I
didn't
think
want to
your
see me
dad's
get
was
hurt.
fear too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't, he and our relationship is still odd. But I know with my mom, she just didn't, it was her own fear of seeing me either fail or get hurt somehow. So she figured the best way to do that.
And also, you were the most like her, so the most vulnerable.
Right. So she saw me as the weakest.
Yeah.
Because she felt
Because Nora
she
was such
weak.
an asshole.
But well, she saw strength in being
right,
and
an asshole.
There can be, you know, you put this, I guess, force field of assholeness around yourself, and
well, that's what was encouraged.
It keeps people
I think
out.
when we were growing up, was how you became successful. Was you put on this armor of
right. Well, you take
wealth and
well, just you take advantage.
yeah.
You know, you take the aggressive stance, which you have to do in life sometimes, absolutely,
Sometimes.
to stand up for yourself.
But you shouldn't have to do that every day for basic survival. Really,
Yeah.
I mean, that exhausts you, depletes you, and it just makes you unable to function in a, well-run society because you're constantly fighting.
Well, I don't know about that. I think some people function very well as that because that's just who they are and they don't care. And it's their interpretation of what function is. What is mine? What is yours? It's all individual.
Yeah, no.
Am I going to be
But I
around
understand. But
people
your
like
body
that?
can only take so much. We all,
Sure.
Well,
yeah, you're going to be.
It doesn't matter
unhealthy.
what their choice is. If they decide to go full force all the time instead of just choosing times to punch that when it's needed to get to the next level, they will exhaust their physical,
Absolutely.
mental, spiritual bodies. We're not eternal beings yet.
But that's their choice.
Of course.
Again, the way I look at it, like you want to, burn brightly the entire time and burn out fast, you're going to make that choice. I'm not going to, it's not my job.
I want to burn brightly and
I wanna
just
burn
not have it
brightly.
affect me physically.
I see life.
I want it to enhance.
Life is like, a wave or a cycle. You shine brightly, you're like the moon. You become full, you wax and you wane. And that is the natural order of things.
Right, you wouldn't want to see a full moon all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want to see a full moon all the time.
Yeah, especially mine because it's bright.
It's also not. No, it's not. Well, and it's got some dark in there.
True.
It's a little fuzzy. The fuzzy moon. What?
That's funny. Yeah. So anyway.
I like those stories. Good job, Manu. Good morning stories.